G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Road to GT3. My name's James, I'm the Mechanics Director for Summons Racing. So my responsibility within the team is to oversee the entire process from start to finish. Essentially what my role is to make sure everything gets pieced together on the car to ultimately make sure our driver has the most faith in the vehicle. On today's episode, we'll be looking at tearing down the engine, some of the exterior components. In specific, we'll be looking at pulling apart the valve covers on top of the block, pulling them off, giving them a fresh lick of paint. It's also a really good opportunity for us to inspect some of the head components, make sure everything's in tip-top condition. We'll also, on the block, be pulling apart some of the peripherals and accessories, some of the looms, pipe work, clamps, all of those different accessories that are fairly mundane, but quite important when it comes to race day. I removed all the topical components on the engine just to expose the rocker covers. Purpose for that is the rocker covers were looking a little bit worse for wear, so it was a good opportunity just to, as the engine's outside of the chassis, just to refurb them, make them look nice and fresh when it does go back in. To walk you through, just basically everything was removed, sanded back to metal, and then went through a 3-stage painting process, which included the primer, base coat and clear coat, and then let everything dry. And once that was all completed, just reinstalled those rocker covers back on the block. Once they were reinstalled, or at least during the reinstallation process, it's a really good opportunity to assess all of the topical components on the engine. The little things like your pipe work, your clips, clamps, all your wiring looms and everything, things that you couldn't potentially access whilst the engine's inside the chassis, making sure that everything's ready to go. And the purpose behind it is the last thing you want to do when you're on the track on race day is to have an issue with those little things. They'll take the most amount of time and end up delaying you, if not restricting you from entering back into the race. So we made sure that that's all ready to go. That pretty much wraps up the refurb. Everything's all buttoned up and ready to go. So once the chassis is back from the repair center, we'll be able to throw this in and we'll be ready to go with the engine. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps up episode 3 for Road to GT3. We've gone over the engine side of things and that's all ready to jump back into the chassis. Next episode, look forward to seeing a bit of work done onto the rear subframe. You've seen it constructed in previous episodes, but now that the chassis is pretty much ready to go and almost completed its repairs, we need to tear down the gearbox from the subframe just so we can ship off the subframe to the shop. They can fit everything up to the chassis and we'll receive the car back pretty much rolling. Alright guys, well once again, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. We've also got all of our links in the description below for our Facebook and Instagram, so you'll be able to follow us there. Moving forward, we've got some really exciting content coming, some brand new episodes coming out soon, so definitely stay tuned to see those. And once again guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.